some sleight of hand trick.
Hello everybody, welcome to another Ride Along with Goggles tutorial. And this time it's going to be DaVinci Resolve and how I use it to edit the video and get it ready for uploading to YouTube. And it's pretty simple. DaVinci is a huge program, very complicated. There's a whole lot in it, way light years beyond my need to know level and or ability to, oh, wait a minute, I'm recording the wrong screen. Hang on, I'm going to bring you over to the screen here. There we go. That's where we want to be. And it's way beyond anything I'm capable of understanding, you know, the depth of it. So I just do what is necessary to get the video out. And I've learned a few tricks along the way that help me get a good result easily and repeatably. So I'm going to show you how that goes. Number one, when you open it up, I'm not even sure, it's been so long I've been using it, what your initial screen is going to be, because every time I install it, it's using my existing settings. So I'm going to try and get you there. And if you have to pause the video, mess around and do a few different things to try and get the same screen and settings I have, my apologies for not being able to direct you exactly to what I have it right off the bat. In worst case scenario, you can just restart Resolve and try and get back to a setting where, you know, where you had your base setting. And once again, I'm not the expert who can take you through every step and what every single thing means. So without further ado, I ignore all but two tabs down at the bottom. I use that one and I use this one. So this is your deliver and this is your edit. And so I start and edit and then I go to deliver, and that's where you render the video into the format that you're going to set up to YouTube in my case. So we're over here. Now I have two things selected up here for the view. Media pool. So we put that here. This is where the media that we're going to put in the video goes, and the effects. Now, I don't really need that open, in all honesty, because I don't really change anything in here, but it's all here. If you want to do different kind of, you know, cross dissolve, blur dissolve, additive dissolve, this is, and I'll show you where that comes into play when we're editing. But just to keep it sort of simple, we'll just pretend we're not using that. I don't put the audio meter up. You can over here. You can have this mixer and it'll show up when the tracks come in. And we go to, does it happen to deliver? No. It should happen here. But it has to have audio before that shows up. So we'll turn that off for now. And we'll mess with that when the time comes. So let's get our media. So in my case, what's going on here? Why am I not getting the, here we go. I have my OBS. Oh, I forgot to show that in the OBS thing. You have a place to send your files. Where is your recording going to go? And I put it on my F drive and I call it OBS videos. And that's where that goes. So the video we're interested in is this. See, there's the MKV I mentioned. I don't need that anymore because the video is successful. So I delete that always right away. And now we'll grab the MP4. We'll put it in the media pool. Now I've got other things I want to put in there. So I have another folder called, get to it here. If I go here, video stuff, thumbnail icons. We're going to want the, do I have the closing? Yeah, thanks for watching. I want that. Wish that window would stay up. I should be grabbing it from my other monitor and it would. What else do we have in here? We want, let's see. In here, no, here, this is my little, you know, click and subscribe things. They're there. We usually put some intro music in. So do I have that in here, or I might have to go find it? Our intro music. What else do we need over there? Got that. Oh, the opening thing. I remember I put that. Video introduction. That's the JPEG. Oh, that's a JPEG. We don't want that. Cut that out of there. Oh, yeah, that's the donors. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that's the intro. Let's remove that. Remove selected clip. Go back here. Put them in there. And gotta find my little intro video. Where the heck is that? I'm going to show you why I don't know where it is, because I never have to mess with it. Where the heck do I keep it? Here, hang on a sec. I'll pause for a sec while I go find it. Okay, I found it. Okay, so we should have enough stuff here to start putting them in the timeline and build a video. So the first thing we need is, if you're going to have your little video introduction, you're going to want to put that in here. So you just drag it in here and bring it up to the left. Let's see if we have the volume set. It's set at, I usually want it around here. So you can see that dB level change. So what you want to do is remember whatever it is you're going to use and always have the same. And what we need to do is make this a suitable length. No, it's not letting me move it. I wonder why that is. Oh, probably because, let's play it, see what's going on. Oh yeah, it's fixed, that's right. So I created this with Artlist, I believe it was. And it's that audio track, we don't want that. So we're gonna cut that. And then what we're gonna do is we put in our own audio track. I use this one, Lian Li. And we're gonna have to set the volume of it to the same. And so you gotta see that little line. I don't know if you can pick it out there. It's not in the middle where you grab it, it's up there. And we're going to get it to the same there. And so that's the same rate. Now we're going to, here's a little thing. You can take this, so when you grab this, you can grab it like that, or in the corner, you can grab this little dealie and you get a two-way arrow. You can drag this in, and that just lets the music start gently, so it doesn't just boom, start going. Yeah, I always bring a little fade on that, which is what that is. Now we've got to put in our other things. So that's going to be our donor information and stuff. So bring that in. And number 1, 2, oops, or undo that. And because we cut it off. See, if you bring it past there and you let go of it here, it would cut that first one off. So you got to make sure you didn't overlap when you're going to, if you want them the same length. I'll bring this one over. Now, this took a lot of editing to get to the right place on the song. And I'm not going to try and do that now. That's going to be up to you when you're doing it yourself. So now what you do is you got all this stuff here. We want to, if we played this, see that? Kaboom, it just changed right into that other, watch again. Not good. So you could take this guy, move him out of the way, right click, and I had 120-second dissolve, trim clips. I do that here. Oh, do I do 120 there? Probably not. I don't know what I do there. Oh, you know what? I do 60 on these. 60. That's what it should be. Pretty sure. It's my, at the end, I do a 120, and I'll show you that when we get there. So now if we play this, play. Sorry about the static. It does that in the program, but not in the videos. You'll see when it goes between one to the next. We get that nice transition.
For a Band-Aid fix, I had no real good need for them sleight of hand tricks.
Okay, that's where we want to stop it right there. So we're going to go all the way to the end, and we got to come back to here. So, or no, we could cut it. Sorry, we don't need to do that. Let's play that again.
For them sleight of hand tricks.
I'll give him a little further here. There. Now we go to this razor blade. We're going to go here, hit cut, and we're going to go back to this. Do that, highlight it, and we're just going to hit delete. And there's times when you don't want to hit delete, and I'll show you that too. So now we've got, this is where our music is going to end. We want these things to fit that. So we could drag that out a bit. Drag that. Drag that. Drag that a little longer. If I drag that over here. Get it a little closer. That's maybe that's too much. We'll see. Anyway, let's see what happened there, if we screwed it all up or not. Once again, it takes it a minute or two to sort out the volume. And this music is from Artlist as well.
I had no real good need for them sleight of hand tricks.
Okay, and then what we do is we drag this. We want that to fade out. So you're going to hear, when we let this play, it'll fade out now.
Good need for them sleight of hand tricks.
So that's how we want that to end. Now we got to bring in our video and get going with that. So we're going to drag our video in here. And, oh, why is it? Ooh, that's not good. We got to take this. Can we move that down? Add an audio track. There we go. Yeah, I don't like this view we're getting here. Okay, so now we take this, bring it back here. And this is where the audio is starting. Once again, we got to get the same level. It was 6 there. So now that audio, this level, and the audio level in here are all going to match. So there we go. We got that. Now what we want to do is we're going to go, and we want to shorten this down. We don't want all this blank space after, well, Lian has finished singing there. We want this to kind of overlap, and I'll show you how we get that. Hit the razor blade again. We're going to go over here, and I've learned that, you know, it's good to cut it about, you know, I look at the screen and go, yeah, about an inch left of that thing, and boom. And then this will snap above it. See that? It'll stop. There, it's lined up. Click. And here, you can go click, and then control, click, and then delete, and it'll take this stuff and move it left, line it up where this edge is. So we go delete. And now here we are. Now we've got an overlap here between this and this. It's not very big, but we drag that way. I usually try and get it into the voice a bit, because this is going to be me talking here. And I don't want it to just be too abrupt. And we go here, we go 128 frame cross dissolve. And you notice here, it didn't shorten anything. It just gives us a nice smooth transition. Now, we go over here. We're going to have our music in, the video come in, this stuff disappear, and the voice start. Pretty simple. Like so far, this is really easy. Let's play.
Good need for them sleight of hand tricks.
Well, hello everybody. So welcome to another Ride Along with. So that all worked out up there. It's pretty good. So now what we got to do, I'm going to take this here. I'm going to copy it. And, or actually, yeah, copy. And we're going to go to the end of the whole thing. And we're going to paste it down here. And what we're going to do that, I'm going to go over here a bit just to get away from things. And there it is. So that's our end closing music. So I look at this is where I finish speaking. And so this is video running on. That's the end screen. That's where I'm done. So I'm going to take this thing now. I'm going to drag it left till this overlaps with that. And we have this soft intro here. So when I'm done here, this thing's going to come in. And now we need our closing thing that, you know, your thank you or whatever you want to put there. Once again, I made this with Artlist. So I'm going to drag this in here. I'm going to put it up against that. And I'll do the cross dissolve thing. And you're going to see it's going to shorten it. Or, yeah, so 120 frame cross dissolve, trim clips. And now, so that's going to start transitioning and it'll fade a bit before I'm really done here. By the time it's fully resolved to this, the music's starting. And what we do with this is I just grab it, I drag it down, and you hit Control and down mouse, and it'll move to the right. And I see that thing in there. I'll bring it over till it snaps. You see that line up here? And it'll snap right to it. There's our end. That's the end of our video. Now we can bring this thing with this. Every time you click it, it's going to come to an event. So that's how we get back to here with that. Now we can drag it over here and see how the end of our video goes. So, as always, I appreciate you following along. Take care and bye for now. So that all went pretty good. So that's essentially it. Now we've got to put our reminder to subscribe things in here. So we'll go back to the beginning. Here we are at the beginning, and now we can just click on the timeline up here. We'll go there, we'll put the first one in, and you just drag it until they pop into place, and that's fine. Now, you can change the volume on them too. I leave the volume up a bit, so it kind of makes a little audible sound. I used to turn it right down, but I don't know if it makes a difference anyway, whatever. But anyway, that's where I have that. So now we're going to go to the middle. Here we are in the middle. I'm going to put one there. Same thing, just drag it in. Don't have to change anything. We'll go to the end, and I just back up a bit. I get it fairly close to the end. Give people a final reminder if they want to support the channel by subscribing. Put it there, and that's done. That's simple as that. We got a video ready to go. Now we gotta render it. So I'm going to show you a shortcut too to doing, once you've done a video, you just save the settings, and it's really simple to do your next video. You don't have to do all of this twice. All of this stuff we just set up, you essentially do it once. I'm going to show you that next after we rendered the video. So we got to deliver it, and that's where we come over here. And this is all the important stuff about our delivery. I use H.265, the same that we recorded in. And let's see, what else do we have here? I have custom export. You have presets here, but I just use custom. And let's just go through it. Format is not QuickTime. It's MP4. Codec, H.265. Encoder, just, I guess, auto. Timeline resolution is 2560. Timeline frame rate, 60 frames per second. So we don't have to change that. Chapters for markers. I think you can turn that on. You don't have to do anything. Not 100% sure. Encoding profile, main, automatic, frame recording, preset, quality, best, advanced settings. I don't believe I do anything in there. Nah. We just use what we have up there. That's what I do. So you have to give it a title. So in this case, it's the, what we have there is the OBS tutorial. And it's tutorial 2 because I've done one before. And that's it. So we're pretty set. And we just go add to render queue. And that's where it's going to appear. Yeah, that's what we want. And we're going to save that. It should go over here. Now we see it, OBS tutorial 2, F goggles. That's where my videos go. You can see that. I could just show you that. You just set up a folder and point the application to it. So if I went to my F drive, God, I got too much stuff open here. Let's just go click on this PC and then hit F. Oops. F, goggles 56, and my video is going to show up in here. That's where I go grab it from to put it on YouTube. So now you just go render all. And it starts rendering. And we're going to be golden. So this takes a fair bit of juice on your PC. This is a fairly stout PC. I can do other things in the background. And usually all I'll do while this is happening is go make my thumbnail for the video. And I try not to do too much. I might listen to a broadcast on YouTube on my headset or something, or music while it's happening. But what I'm going to do is pause recording here while this renders. When it's done, I'm going to show you an alternate way to, or sorry, how if you make your second video, you can reuse all these settings very easily, and it won't take nearly as long if you're happy with your intro and outro. So I'll pause for a sec. Okay, so it's finished rendering. So it says completed in, what is that, 6 minutes, 49 seconds. And once again, that's going to vary depending on the settings and how dense your video is in terms of the quality and whatever. Anyway, and your PC's ability to render it. And bear in mind, I'm going to warn you again, if your PC's not real stout, walk away, let it do its thing. And don't have anything else running in the background, whatever. Just quit using it until it's finished, because it's a pretty hardware-intensive process. So anyway, that's completed. So if we went to where I tell it to go, which is, oops, it's under right here, goggles 56. And there it is, OBS tutorial 2. And so that's ready to upload to YouTube. So that's pretty darn simple. But what I want to show you now is I've made the video for Friday already, but I haven't done the rendering on it. So I'm going to show you how quick this goes now when you're going to start from scratch. Or sorry, when you've already done one and you don't have to go from scratch. So we're going to go to, I'll just close it out so you see the opening screen. So I'll close that, and we're going to open it again. I have a shortcut down here. And when it opens up, depending on how many projects you've done and whatever, it's going to come up with this project screen when it finally opens. Is it thinking about it? Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. So I'm using the latest version, DaVinci Resolve 20. So I call it new ATS intro, and I've got all these other ones I've done and used or whatever, and there are various changes. What we just did for this one was untitled project, and we started from scratch. Now we have that video, and so I could go here and just take the video, the meat of it out, and put a new video in. Well, I'm not making another one of these videos, but here's my let's bring this one up. This is my standard video, although I don't like what happened to the sound bar here. I've got to figure out what happened there. But anyway, the first thing you do, you delete the old timeline, get that out of there. There's no jobs in the queue. So now what you got to do is, I don't know, get somewhere here. Take your video and your audio track and get rid of them. So I'm going to right click and I'm going to go, oh, I'm in the wrong. Sorry, I do this all the time. That's the deliver. Now we got to go to the edit. And we go to the edit thing, and in here we get rid of that. So we can click that and we can click this. So it's once again, left click, control, left click, and you got both of them. Now you don't want to go delete here, because if you do delete, what's at the right hand end here? Oops, back up one. This will all of a sudden be down at the other end of your video, slammed up against your intro if you did delete, because it automatically moves what's to the right to the left. So when you do this, you want to go right click it and go cut. And this stays here. Big tip, don't just do that. Now we're just going to use this key to get through to the other end. And we're going to go through our 3 little reminder things. And we're going to get down here. And now, oh yeah, this video was 2 parts because I had the crash. So there's 2 pieces to it. You can see them up here. So now we're going to left click, control, left click, right click, cut. And now that's gone. And here we are at the beginning of our video. So we hit this, control, get that one. Those are the other video element from yesterday. Right click, remove selected clips. They're gone. Now we've got the framework. Everything's done. Everything's timed out. Everything's where I want it. So now all I got to do is go to my OBS folder, which is F, OBS videos, and grab the video we just made, which is, let's see if this is the right one. Oh no, this one here. Yep, this is my video for tomorrow right here. And that MKV, we can delete that. Save space. Now we've got this. And now here's another little tip. If you drag this out of the way, one way or the other, you drag it here is a good place. Then when you bring this in, like you can take this thing and you drag it into here and then bring it down to here. But if you got this uncovered here, you can bring it straight to there and it appears here already, but you don't have to bring it back here. Put it here first. And now what we got to do is grab that line, go to our familiar audio volume right there. Then we got to find where the audio starts. Here it is. And this is where we're going to do our cut and trim. And this is where we're going to hit delete. So we're going to go here. We want that sort of inch of space kind of thing. Snap above it. Select that. Control, select that. Now we go and hit the delete key on the keyboard. And it moves both of them over. So if we had done that at the other end of the video, when we were taking that video out, all of the stuff to the right of this red line would have come flying down here. So now we can, I do this first before I do this. I don't know why, but so we don't want that icon, which we move it. We want the little, just single arrowhead, one in each direction, and left click and drag it this way. They just sort of bring the audio in gently. Right click here and add a 120 dissolve. Now, you notice that didn't collapse like it does at the end of the video. And if there's something on the end of this video here, it stays put. It just puts the fade in. It doesn't bring it down for some reason. And I'm not going to explain why. Now, here's another little thing we can do. And I'm going to show you on this video, but I'm not going to leave it there. So let's say we went to here in the video. And I was doing this video and I made a mistake and I misspoke or I said something stupid or whatever, and I need to correct it. And I'm going to put something on the screen here that you're going to see and go, oh, like if I meant to say something else. And I see if I have one of those available. And I'm going to look in my video stuff. So I'll go to video thumbnails. I'll go to AA video stuff. Thumbnail icons. Dope 359. So, or Wattaputs. Let's grab that. And you see that you make these things in, I use it paint.net, and they're TIFFs. If they're TIFFs, they're transparent. they don't have a background. So I could take this thing, I could drag it in here, and then I could close that. And now I got to correct something I just said here, because I said something really stupid. So I put it up here. And now if we play this, see what happens here. Backup alarm, I guess. What a putz. Cool. Anyway, we are in East Glacier and we got quite a route ahead of us. The trip. So now what you do is you do your little thing with your double arrowhead thing, and you grab this and you bring it in like this, and you bring this one over here like that, and now see what that does. And that's instead of going over here and grabbing filters and doing all kinds of crazy stuff, you just grab it. And now let's see what that does. I guess. See the what a putz. Anyway, faded we in East Glacier and we got quite a route ahead of us. And it faded out. 327 miles. So that's cool. That's a handy thing to have. So we just cut it to get rid of it. It still exists there, but we don't want it in here. So remove selected clip. Now, one other thing, if like that video that I mentioned had two parts to it, the one from yesterday, and you put your one piece of video in and then you bring your other one in, what you can do is, let's say, for example, let's do it with, let's bring this in here. Put that there, put this one here as an example. Now, these could be things, these could be two different videos down here, but I want to show you this. And you want to bring them in gently. You take one, you drag it like that, and this is going to give you the same effect as that fade that we did at the beginning of the video. So let's take this guy. We're going to bring him to here just by clicking that. And, well, actually, let's go back there. So to the beginning. So right here, we right-clicked it, and we did the cross dissolve. And you get this square here. That's going to look just like this other thing we just did right here. So we play this. Watch what happens when it gets to the middle up there. We'll just put it on now. Up here. We're going to catch heck from the powers that be, but so there you go. So we will take that and cut. So that's basically it. Oh, let's go. We got to check the other end of our video. We got to make everything fit because it's going to be a different length. So we got to go down here. Yeah, and see, here's our end music, and the video still got that much to play. So what I do, I'll left click that. I'll hit the control and scroll the mouse up, and I go to the left. And while I've got it on control, I'm going to select that and that. Now I'm going to go Control X, and that cuts that. I'm going to go to the end of the video. See, we're way over here, the red line. We're going to back this up. Going to grab this, bring it over here, and I'm going to go Control V to paste it in. Now here it is. So I grab this, and because it's red, this stuff is still red. You kind of know you didn't. If you click something outside of there, these things will go green again, and you'll be moving them individually. If you know that that's red, you're going to move them all at the same time. So I'm going to line this up right there where I stop speaking. Go down here. That all moved it the right way. I'll click off of this. Now they're individual again. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to grab my end screen again, bring it over here. And what I do here, you can make adjustments if this thing is back here, and for some reason I let the video go a little bit long, and you see a big difference here. Like this thing's over here, but you really, you can just grab this. And once again, if you put it wherever you want it, and then you can shorten that if you felt the need. Or if this is really long and you're in a noisy background, say, for example, you're at a log site and you got that mill tub grinder thing going in the background. It's making a heck of a racket and it's interfering with the beginning of the song. You can come in here and do two things. You can cut that off because it's not necessary, or you can do, go back to here and grab that little arrow and just bring that back to soften the end of the video. I don't bother with it because the music's kind of loud. If it's a little line like that, that's audio right there. But if it's long and it's noisy, I'll cut it with the razor blade. But anyway, we go up here. Now we put this in here to rebuild the end. Right click. And it's going to say trim clips, and it moves it forward like you can see into here. And once again, just like in the other video or the other example, drag this down to the end. It snaps into place. As soon as that line appears, it's snapped. There you go. Now our red line's to the right. You can see it way over here. So left click and I'll bring it up. Now this is the end of the video. And so we can't go right anymore, even though that's where we were. Go right. That's the end of the video there. So you can just use your old video and fit your new one into it just like this. And everything's there. Now here's the next problem. That's okay because we moved it to the end of the video in lockstep with this. So it's the same spacing we had before. But what about the middle one? Because the videos are different lengths. So we're going to go, oh, the middle one's way over here. Here's the middle of the video. So I just go click, click. I go Control X. Click that line there. Oh man, I'm blathering away like a bandit here. Lots of yakking going on. I usually like to put it where there's a bit of calm in the video. Yeah, that happens very often. This looks like just driving here. So we got to click to about here. Maybe is it there? Yeah, right about here. Maybe a little more. Right there. Yeah, let's put it here. So we Control V, and now here it is. So that looks like not a lot of talk. Might be some gear shifting. Who knows what's going on there? Might be blathering. You can always check. Oh yeah, and I'm yakking away. That's sort of like a collection area. That one probably has 5 different profiles associated with it. Well, that's kind of a bummer because I'm saying stupid stuff or whatever there. It's usually better if you just said something really smart, but how often do I do that? But I quit trying to find a place where I said something intelligent because it doesn't happen often enough. So anyway, that's just the way it rolls. And there you go. You got a video that's ready to render. So we better render this because this is Friday's video. And next up, hit the deliver. You know, we got to go in here and give it the goods. So this is all set because we've not messed with this like with the new one. So you can see that like we had, oh, there's the location. And so once you do that, you browse to where you want the video to go. I forgot to mention that. So here it is, browse to the location. So when you do this, it's going to take you to your PC. And you tell it where it's going to go. In this case, F, Goggles 56. And formats MP4, H265, encoders auto, timeline resolution. We didn't have to change. The frame per second was 60. And that's because we did it at 60 in OBS. The timeline frame rate was recorded at 60 FPS. It comes here. The default is going to be 60 FPS. If you wanted to adjust it from what you recorded it in to rendering it in, you'd do that here. Although I don't bother trying it. I might have in the beginning. I had such terrible videos at the beginning when I was learning all this. A lot of trial and error. But anyway, yeah, everything else, quality best, preset is balanced, and that's what we've been going with. So I got to give it a title. So what the heck were we doing? Oh yeah, it was Pizder's version 3 of his logging trailer. So I always type ATS at the beginning. Pits logger LP40. There's a PL. Oh man, I can't put the name if I don't. It's, oh, and I spelled Luger. Logger from Pizder. let's call it version 2, something like that, whatever. I'll figure it out in the actual title. This is just going to be the title that gets uploaded to YouTube, and then your actual title you edit. So that works. So everything else is good. It remained the same from the last video, so you didn't have to touch that. Add to render queue. Here it is. That's what you want. If there's another one in here that you forgot to delete, you just take the other one out. And it doesn't delete it from your computer. It takes it out of the render queue. This is just the render queue. So, you know, if I took that out now, I just have to go back here and add it again. So it's not the end of the world if you do something goofy in that pane. But anyway, we go render all. And here it goes, rendering another video. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. I know it's fairly quick. It's but anything you want to. Oh, the one thing I didn't mention were the views. Oh shoot! What I have in the pane. There's just 2 items. I click up there. One of them was the video clips or whatever, and the other was, oh shoot, there's 2 items. Anyway, to get the effects, oh yeah, effects and the sources or clips or whatever it is. There's just 2 things I put in that window on the left on the other screen. Anyway, yeah, we could go there. You know what? Let's minimize. If I minimize this, could I start another instance of it? I wonder. Let's find out. No. I'm not going to mess with success. We'll let that run. So I hope this is helpful. If not, there is a section in my Discord, which are links are always in the video descriptions, on there's a channel for every topic under the sun. And there is a channel for help in this field. So go there, ask questions. And I don't often get a chance to respond to things in the video comments just because I'm so flat out right now. And I do try and respond in the videos to what I read the day before. And once again, I do read them and I appreciate them and I'm thankful for them. But if you really need help on something, get on the Discord. It's not just me there. There's a huge community, over 2,000 users there, and there's really good people there who can help you with anything. And if it's, and I browse those subjects for ones where I feel I need to jump in and take a moment to get in there and make a difference if I can, if somebody else hasn't beaten me to it. Because like I say, huge resources on the Discord, starting with Pups and Polly and everybody else who contributes. So there you have it. As always, take care. Appreciate you following along, and good luck with your recording and editing projects. Bye for now.